Okay, welcome to the 7th week of the Zodiac classes. We are up to Libra, which the symbol for Libra is the scale, right? So it's all about balance and symmetry and fairness and equality and all of those things. So we are going to work a lot with balance and symmetry in this class, but I have chosen to work with the connection and the balance between the left and the right side of the body. So there will be a lot of shapes and sequences on the right side and then on the left side that we're going to play with in different variations. It will make sense when we get there. If you have a yoga block, get your yoga block. If not, then you're gonna do what I'm doing today. I have a water bottle. It's just because we're gonna come into some balances that this might come in handy to just have a little bit of an extra support. It doesn't have to be a water bottle either. Anything that can mimic a yoga block or something that you can put your hand on to gain some balance. And then whatever you have as a block or support, just put it at the top of your mat. So it's already there, handy for you. You don't have to look for it once we get to that point, because knowing myself, I will forget to remind you. So let's just put it there. So it's ready. And we are working with the pranayama that we did a few weeks ago, which is the alternate nostril breathing, which is a pranayama to balance out the left and the right side of the body, which is appropriate because that is what that's the theme of the class, basically. So as a reminder, using your index finger and your middle finger together, just to rest in between your eyebrows, and then using the ring finger and the thumb to open and close alternate nostrils. But before we start, let's connect with the breath. So just roll your shoulders back and down, find a tall spine, close the eyes, and take a few deeper breaths here. Just to calm the nervous system down. Maybe it's the first time you have tuned inwards today and really noticed the breath. So just see where it sits in the body. Notice how the body calms down immediately when you tune your attention in. And how the body softens a bit with the deeper inhalations and exhalations. When we start our pranayama, if you have a blocked nostril or maybe both nostrils, you can do this without the opening and the closing of the alternate nostrils, and just do it with a normal nose breathing. But when you're ready, placing the middle finger and the index finger in between your eyebrows, and we're going to start by breathing in the left nostril. Then close the left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Close and exhale through the left. Inhale left. Switch, exhale through the right. Inhale right. And change, exhale left. And we're going to add a count here. So we're going to breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhale. 3, 2, 1. Change and exhale. 3, 2, 1. Keep going with that. If you want to change the counts, if you want to make it less or more, feel free to do that. But keeping them even on the inhale and the exhale. Soft and steady flow of breath in through one side, and soft and steady flow of breath out on the other. Just going in your own time for a moment here. Do one more round of this breathing. I want you to finish exhaling through the left nostril. So no rush to get there. But whenever your next exhale through the left nostril arrives, you could just drop your hand into your lap and come back to a normal breath, keeping the eyes closed. And just noticing the breath here for a few moments. Notice that the inhales and the exhales has naturally established a rhythm that's even and slow. And then you can slowly blink the eyes open. Stretch the right arm up and overhead. Come into a little side stretch here. And as you reach the right fingertips up and over, you can sit the hips a little bit towards the left. Oh, sorry, towards the right. So you can really feel that nice side stretch all the way down towards the hips. And then start to curve the chest towards the floor, curve the spine, come all the way around through center, over towards the right, reach the left arm up and over into your side bend. And we're going to continue this circle, lift the chest, arch the spine, look at the ceiling as the arm comes full circle down to the floor. And then we reverse that, left arm up and over. Find your side bend, maybe the hips reaches a bit towards the left. And then we go full circles already here. As you drop the chest, curve the spine, draw the belly button in, look towards the belly as you come around, right arm up and overhead. Keep going, find a little back bend here as the right arm comes around full circle. One more time, a little bit faster. Right arm up and over. Curve. Drop the head. Let the arm come all the way around. Replace it with the left. Full circle with the left. Open into the chest and the shoulder. And then last time, left arm up and over. Full circle. Drop the head in the middle. Reach the right fingertips away. And then open up to the side and back to neutral. Find yourself on hands and knees. If your legs feel a bit sore, give them a little shake out here maybe after sitting for a while. Moving into some twists. So bring the left hand right underneath the face. Inhale to lift the right arm up to the sky. And we thread the needle, the hand comes underneath, put the right shoulder and cheek to the floor. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to come through. Inhale to come up. Exhale through. Inhale up. So you can come a little bit deeper into your twist each time. Use the hand on the floor. Last time here. Push the left hand into the floor. Open the chest. And the right arm comes through, this time to stay here. Either reaching your left fingertips away from you overhead, or maybe you want to bind that arm behind your back, finding your right inner thigh. Have a few breaths here. Finding that even count of inhales and exhales. And then release the hand if you have it bind. Put it back onto the floor. One breath in to reach your right arm up. And then right hand replaces the left. We go to the other side. Left arm up. And coming through. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to come through. Inhale up. Exhale through, using the right hand to help you in your twist a little bit deeper. Breath in. And exhale through. Last one here. Inhale up. And exhale through to stay. Left shoulder, left cheek on the floor. Right fingertips walks. Either stretch overhead, or maybe you want to bind your fingers to the inner left thigh. And just hanging out here for a moment. And then release your inner thigh, reach the right arm to the sky. Place it all the way down. Last twist here, left arm up. And both hands to the floor. Tucking the toes, find your downward facing dog. Feel free to explore a bit in your down dog here to really find somewhere that feels nice for your legs, for your back. Maybe have a little bend in the knees to send the sit bones up. And a bit of a push into the hands to open up in the shoulders. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Coming to stillness in your down dog if you haven't already. And from here, bring the feet a little bit closer to the hands and then wider. So in a short, wide dog, okay? We're going to come into a twist. Again, so lots of twisting today. Place the left hand underneath you or in the middle of the mat. Right hand slides down the left leg towards the heel. And then give that leg a bit of a pull to maybe look underneath the left armpit in your twist. Nice, and then come back, right hand replaces the left. Left hand goes up, the right leg, and then slide it down as far as you can. Give it a little pull, maybe look up and underneath the right armpit here. And come back to center. Walk the hands to the feet. Bend bend your knees a little bit, find a wide-legged ragdoll. Grab a hold of opposite elbows and do a little sway from side to side. Check that your neck is relaxing, your shoulders are relaxed. And you're just hinging at the hips here. The knees can be as bent as you need to. Then drop the hands, bend the knees even more. Start to roll up the spine, articulating the vertebrae as you stack the hips, the ribs, shoulders and head. Breath in, reach the arms. And exhale, draw the hands to heart center. Find the top of the mat. So let's go for a little walk towards the top. Placing the feet right underneath the hips. So we are starting with the balance from the ground up here. Check that your body is stacked. So maybe have a look here. Feet right on the hips. And then ribs right on top, shoulders right on top. So we're not swaying. We went through this a little bit last week. So we're going to find that nice alignment. And then grow up through the crown of the head. Drop the hands down. Deep breath in, reach the arms up. Hook the thumbs at the top and come up and over into a side bend towards the left side. And as you do so, find weight into your left foot. So see if all of your weight just went into the right foot. Can there be even weight still here? Both feet are grounding down. And then inhale, come up through center. And exhale towards the left. Same thing here. Even weight distributed between the right foot and the left foot. And then inhale, reach up, maybe do a little back bend here. And then open the arms wide. We're going to swan dive forwards into our forward fold. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Hands planted, come back into your high plank. Okay, we're just going to hold here for a moment. So that alignment you had standing, we're going to find the same alignment here, okay? So our feet are not grounded, but push the heels back. Stack them with your hips, okay? So the feet and the hips are aligned. The hips are not poking up. They're not dropping down. And then the ribs are pulling in, shoulders, and then we grow out through the crown of the head in one straight line. And hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees to the floor here. Okay, a little bit of a different sun salutation. We're going to stretch the left leg back and the right arm forward. Diagonal alignment here. So how long can that space between your left toes and your right fingertips be without arching into the spine? So pull up the front body. Now bend your right leg. Don't drop the knee. Sorry, your left leg. My gosh, your left leg. Don't drop the knee. Lift the right arm up and over into a twist. Touch your toe if you can. Maybe gaze behind you to see where your foot is. Tap your toe. Stretch everything out. We do that again. Bend your left knee. Reach the right fingertips. Look at your fingertips as you touch your toe. And then extend it back. And again. Up and over, reach full circle with the right arm. And back. Remember to pull in your front body every time you come back into this extended position. 2 more. Tap. And down. And last one. This time we hold. Grab your foot from the inside. Kick the foot into your hand. See if you can lift the toes a little bit towards the ceiling. So be gentle with this movement now. This is an opening in the right shoulder and a little bit of a back bend. So it's still early in the class. Gently, gently kicking into that hand. If you want, you can drop down onto your left elbow and see if that gives you a little bit more space in your hips to bring the right toes up towards the ceiling. Pretty shape number one. We're going to do a lot of these today. So find that kick of the foot into the hand. We're not pulling the heel towards the butt. We're kicking the heel away from the butt here. One last breath. Then come back up onto your hand if you went down to your elbow. The left leg stays exactly where it is, but draw and let go. Right arm towards the floor. Tuck your right toes under. We come up into a scorpion tail. Okay, that feels nice. Lift the knee up towards the sky. Take a few breaths here. If you want to make any movements with the left knee or even come into your downward facing dog, you can. But finding that even, slow-paced breath here. And then inhale as you lift the left knee higher. Tiger curl, knee to your nose, touch the nose. Step the leg forward, find your fingertip lunge, breath in. And then step to fold, frontal mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold as you bend the knees, roll up the spine. Let's go slowly one more time here. One vertebra at a time. Stacking, stacking, stacking. And then here we are, breath in, arms to the sky. And hands to heart center. Just quickly checking our alignment again. Feet, knees, hips, ribs, shoulders, head. That's the building blocks. Yeah, right on top of each other. Breath in, reach the arms up. Hook the thumbs the other way this time, so maybe the awkward way. Usually we do that one last. And we come up and over towards the left. Find a weight still in your right foot. Even weight. And then come up through center. Exhale over to the right. Inhale up through center. Lift the chest, look up towards the sky. And then swan dive forward. Melt the belly to the thighs. Find your halfway lift, long spine. And step back to a high plank. Last time. Find your alignment. Heels pushing back. Knees straight. Hips in alignment with the heels. Okay, so you might have to drop the hips and lift your belly. Then with the shoulders, we want to give the floor a little bit of a push, so we're not sinking in between the shoulder blades. And then the crown of the head makes us long towards the diagonal. Yeah, so reaching out through the crown of the head. 5, 4, staying strong. Lock this position in. 3, 2, 1, drop the knees. Okay. Now, right leg back. How do you think there for a second? Right leg back, left arm forwards. We go long on the diagonal this time. How far in between the toes and the fingertips can you make that space? Like a tug of war between your wrist and your ankle. And then check in with your front body if you're relaxed. Pull it up and in. Here we go, we twist. Bend your right knee to a 90-degree-ish angle. Left arm comes around. Look at your foot, tap it. And stretch everything out. And bend and rotate. Tap your foot. Stretch it out. And twist. And stretch 2 more times. Reach the left arm long, long, long. Full rotation into the shoulder socket here. Last one. We grab the foot. Kick into the hand gently. Look forward here. So your gaze is now forward. Making that nice diamond shape. behind you. This might be where you stay. Maybe you want to come down onto your elbow. Find some more space in your hips. And really make sure that the foot is kicking, not falling into your glutes. And then come back up onto your hand if you went down on the elbow. The right leg does not move. Reach the left arm forward and down. Tuck your left toes under. Find your scorpion tail. Right knee to the sky. And as you did on the other side, mimic whatever that was. Maybe some movements with that knee. Maybe you went to your downward facing dog to have a rest. And then breathe in, lift the right knee to the sky. Tiger curl it forward, tap the nose, and step. Fingertip lunge, breath in. Step to fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Bend the knees so you can really roll up here. Last time, slowly articulating. Stacking knees, hips, ribs, shoulders, and head. We flow. Inhale, arms up, hook the thumbs. Exhale, up and over to the right. Weight in your left foot still. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center, maybe a back bend. And then open the arms, melt forwards, drop the head. Halfway lift. High plank, exhale. Drop the knees to the floor. Right arm, left leg, breathing. And we tap behind us. We only do this 3 times. And exhale to tap. Inhale to extend. Last time, exhale, tap, grab your foot. Inhale, kick into the hand. Exhale, release the foot, hand to the floor. Tuck your toes under. Move into your scorpion tail. Find a breath in here. Tiger curl, tap your nose. Step the leg. Fingertip lunge, look forward. And then step to fold, exhale. Reach the hands all the way to the sky. Hands to heart center. Last time, breath in, arms up. Hook the thumbs the weird way. Up and over to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Maybe look up, lift the chest. Folding forwards, wide arms. Breath in, halfway lift. Breath out, high plank to tabletop position. Left arm, right leg, extend. Twist to tap. Inhale, extend. Twist and tap. Last time, inhale, extend. Twist and tap. Grab your foot, kick it. Inhale. Exhale, leave the leg, left hand to the floor. Find your scorpion tail. Breath in, knee to the sky. Tiger curl, tap your nose, and step. Fingertip lunge. Fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Melt over your legs. Rolling up, reach the hands, inhale. And hands to heart center. We move on. Chair pose. Graze the floor with your fingertips. Sit back and down. Arms to the sky. Just to find our point of center here, obviously our body is not aligned. So now we have to counterbalance. Move the hips back. And obviously the torso has to go forward, but try not to collapse. Yes, we want to keep the chest proud towards the front. Then bring the hands to heart center. And I want you to really find an open chest here. So squeeze the shoulder blades together at the back so that there's lots and lots of space in front where your collarbones are, your chest bone. And then we're gonna twist left elbow towards the right knee without losing that openness of the chest. So the shoulder blades are still hugging together. Push the palms together. The elbow and the knee together. Can you revolve a little bit more? Maybe look up towards the sky, past the right elbow. And breathe. Okay, this is a place or a pose where the breath sometimes takes us away on its own journey. Can you take back some of the control? Deepen the inhales. Slow down the exhales. Last breath. Then we stay where we are. We look down at the floor. Start to kick your left heel to your left butt cheek. Send the leg away from you. We are still in our twist. Slowly come into your twisted crescent lunge with grace and beauty, as always in these classes. Maybe you want to open the arms once you get there. Maybe a bind for those of you that is binding. And then have a few breaths here. And release the bind. If you took it, find your crescent lunge. Breath in. Exhale, stay. We're not here for long, so come a bit deeper. Last inhale. Warrior two. I know the front thigh is burning, but you can do it. We have 2 breaths here. 1. Slow breaths, that is. Last one. And then we flip and reverse. Inhale. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Send the right leg back. Come into a cobra if you don't feel ready for an up dog. Otherwise, up dog and downward facing dog. We have 3 breaths here. Release the neck, maybe shake out your head. One last full cycle of breath here. Make it count. And then lift the heels, look forward. You can step or you can jump top of the mat. Halfway lift. And fold softly. All the way up. Reach the hands. Hands to heart center. Okay, let's go. Other side. Chair pose. At least our right leg will be getting a break this time. Now we're balancing this heat that we're feeling in our right thigh into our left thigh. How good is that? Hands to heart center. Sit the hips back. Find that open front as if you have your most expensive, valuable jewelry on you. Hug the shoulder blades together. And then find your twist without losing that space in the front. Push the palms, push the elbow and knee. Maybe gaze up past the left elbow. Stay with me, sink the hips a bit lower. Look down at your left foot, kick your right heel to your butt. Okay, now without losing your twist, send the right leg back in space. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Even more graceful than you did on the other side. And find your crescent twist. Maybe you want to open the arms, maybe a bind. And then we just hang out here for a few moments. Now if you have a bind, you can release gently. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale to stay. Inhale. Warrior two, coming low. We work through the fire. One. Last breath in. Stay for the exhale. Flip and reverse, inhale. Chaturanga has never felt so good. Here we go. Cobra or up dog. Breath in. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take 3 deep breaths. And then last full breath. And then look at the hands as you lift the heels, bend the knees, step or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. And fold. Up to stand, hands to the sky. Find your prayer, hands to heart center. We flow that 1 time per side. Chair pose, breath in. Exhale, twist, left elbow to right knee. Inhale to find that open chest, and then this goes slow. Lift the left leg off. Take as much time as you need, send it back in space. Crescent twist, maybe open the arms. Exhale, the right arm comes around, full circle. Catch the left, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, come low, low, low. We flip and reverse, breath in. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Lift the heels, look forward. Step or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. And fold. All the way up to stand, reach the hands. Hands to heart center, last time, chair pose, sitting down. Exhale to twist to the left. Inhale, open the chest. And then start to lift your right foot off the floor. Send it back with control. All the way into a crescent twist, breath in. Left arm circles back and around. Catch the right arm, crescent lunge. Warrior two. Reverse. All the way down. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. We pause here. Stay in your downward facing dog. Of course, if a child's pose is needed, take a child's pose. We have a few breaths here to gather ourselves. And then just feel how you pretty quickly can regain control of your breath. And then try to even out the inhales with the exhales. Maybe count a few times. 5 counts in. 5 counts out. And if you're not in your downward facing dog, take the next 3 or so breaths to get your body into this shape. I'm gonna move on from here. So on your next breath in, you can lift the right heel up to the sky, open the hip and the knee, find your scorpion tail, breath in. Tiger curl, the right knee is gonna touch the right elbow, touch it, and then step it to the outside of your right hand. From here, hop your left foot to the other side of the mat. So you've got quite a wide stance on your mat Turn your back heel down. Find your warrior one. So the reason we want the wide stance is so that both of our hips can be pointing towards the front of the room. We are going to come into a humble warrior, and when we do, we don't want the hips to sway out sideways. They want to go straight towards the back, okay? So take a breath in, lengthen through your fingertips. Exhale, open the arms super wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together without bending your back. Clasp the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. And check yourself, don't move your hips, but bow the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Let the arms come up and overhead if that's possible for you. But can you relax your neck here? And also check if your right knee is really bent. Bend your right knee. Maybe a little bit more than you want to. And feel the legs working, but can your upper body be soft and relaxed? Can the breath be soft and relaxed? And then release the hands, come up into your warrior one. Locate your yoga block or water bottle or whatever you have chosen to have in front of you. Just notice where it is. We're going to come into a warrior three for just a moment. So lean into your front leg, lift up your back leg. Find that nice long alignment here, like we did in the beginning. And then the left hand is going to come down onto your block or hold on to your bottle. Okay, so from here, right hand to your hip. So the same alignment that we have had all class. The left leg reaches back as far as you can. Crown of the head reaches forward as far as you can. And what we're going to do is twist towards the right. You can bend your standing leg as much as you need to here. Revolved half moon. Okay, it looks like a very pretty shape, but feels really, really hard. So we want that space in the chest open. Can you squeeze your shoulder blades together? Okay, so no crunching into the front of the chest. Maybe you can gaze towards your top hand. Maybe you can smile and think of how wonderful yoga is for another 2 breaths. And we land softly in a warrior 2. You can do it softly, gracefully. Oh, windmill the arms, come low into your front knee. We reverse, breath in. Chaturanga. Moving through. Upward dog. And downward dog. Okay, shake out your right leg for a moment. Lots and lots of hip work today. Take a deep breath in. Long breath out. Left leg, here we go. Let's not waste any more time. Bend the knee, open the hip, find your scorpion tail, and then move forward into high plank. Left knee touches the left elbow. Step it on the outside of the left hand. Hop your right foot to the outside of the mat on the other side. Warrior 1. Whoop. Okay, we're all about alignment today, so check in with your hips. Hip bones to the front. You want to pull your left hip back, slightly push your right hip forwards, finding that square position in the pelvis. And then reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, deep breath in. Open them wide, squeeze the shoulder blades together without bending your back. Clasp the hands the opposite way. Lift the chest. Bend your left knee even more before you come into humble warrior.
drop the head. While you're here, if you're looking to the side of your room now, your hips have gone out to the side. So once again, pulling that left hip back, so that if you're relaxing your head, you're looking straight towards the back of your mat. Strong legs, soft torso. Steady breaths. Last full breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then slowly make your way up. Find your warrior one. Moving into our warrior three. Locate your bottle. Here we go. Floating up. I'm going to have to move myself a little bit. But finding that alignment first. Then drop the right hand to your block or bottle or whatever you have. Left hand to your hip. So before we start twisting, check in with your right hip. If it's open, you need to close it down. Stretch your right toes away from you to the back. Stretch the crown of your head away from you to the front. Okay. Open up in the chest and then start to twist. Left hand up. Revolved, half, moon. Can you broaden the chest? Maybe gaze up towards the left hand. And breathe. Don't let your limbs die. Stretch your right leg, stretch your left arm for 2 more breaths. You can do anything for 2 breaths. Last one. And with no rush to get anywhere, warrior two. Slowly, patiently, we land, flip in reverse, chaturanga. Upward dog, and downward facing dog. Have 2 breaths here. And then lift the heels, look forward, step or jump to the top of the mat. Find your halfway, slowly fold, and then coming up to stand, reach the hands to heart center. Okay, we're going to stay standing for a minute. Moving into some balances. So again, locate your little supportive friend here. You're going to need it possibly again. Moving into dancer's pose. So we have been in a variation of this shape a few times now. But instead of doing it across the body, we're now going to join the same side together. So the right hand is going to externally rotate, so the thumb goes towards the back. Standing up tall on your left leg, grab a hold of the inside of your right foot. Okay, so it's a lot of instructions, but when we grab the outside of the foot, our shoulder will naturally turn inwards, and we want the shoulder to be open. So, left arm to the sky. Find your inner dancer. And then, like we did before, start to kick the foot into the hand. So the heel wants to go away from your butt. Okay, that's the direction it wants to go in. And then start to hinge slightly at the hips, but do not drop your chest. Lift the gaze. Open up the chest. Tippy toes wants to touch the ceiling. They might never get to, but they still want to. Yes, that's the direction they're going. Keep reaching your left fingertips up towards the sky. Now bend your standing leg a little bit if you're not already. reach the left hand towards your block or your bottle and tilt at the hips even more so that you can come into a fallen dancer. I don't know if that's the right name, but that's what I call it. So you're going to keep kicking the foot into the hand, and we are now looking at the floor, holding our little friend. Take one last breath. Gently release the back leg, no catapulting out of this. Drop the feet to the floor, hands to the floor, shake out your left leg behind you. Woohoo! Okay, that felt nice. And I'm assuming everyone is looking forward to doing that on the other side. So let's get to it. Bend the knees, roll up slowly. Oh, just to reset, reach the arms, breath in. Hands to heart center, exhale. Okay, this side is better, right? We stand on the right leg. Externally rotate the left arm, grabbing the left foot from the inside. Right arm to the sky. Okay, the very first thing that happens is that you kick the foot into the hand so that the heel and the foot moves away from your body. Then start to reach the toes to the sky. Keep lifting the chest. Keep smiling. Keep enjoying yoga. There's a reason you're here. And then kick a little bit more into your hand. Take another couple breaths in your balance. Now bend your standing leg. Start to reach your right hand towards the floor. Slowly find the floor or your block or your bottle. And then keep kicking the leg, whoops, into your hand. If you fall out like I do, slowly come back in. Find your shape, the most expensive shape that you can do for the next 3, 2, and 1. Bend your right leg, bring your left leg to the floor, and then shake out your right leg. Okay, guys, really nice. Just step yourself back, put the knees on the floor, find a close-legged child's pose for a moment, dropping the head to the floor. And then roll up the spine. Slowly come to a seat. We're going to do a couple back bends, working with that same shape that we have done so many times. So it should be familiar to your body. A variation of camel. Come up onto your knees. Now, if you know your knees get sore, because we're going to be on one knee at a time, maybe grab something soft to put under your left knee. You're going to extend your right leg to the front. So in this sort of half split position, of course, this knee can be a little bit bent if it's very hard to keep it straight. Right arm up. The right arm, guess what it's going to do? It's going to twist, open the chest and reach towards the left heel. You might have to tuck your toes under to be able to touch your heel. Or, if you can, keep that toe pointed. Okay, we have done this shape already many times. It might feel a bit different here though. If you can, left arm up and over. Find a back bend. Take a few breaths. And then slowly come up, reach the left arm in front of you to help you up. Right arm follows, hands to the floor, and then just swing that right leg back. Come back up onto your knees, left leg forward. And you know maybe already now if you need to tuck the toes or if the heel can be, the foot can be pointed. The left arm is going to come up and start by twisting. Okay, so we want to find the twist first and then see if you can reach for your heel at the back. Maybe the right arm can stretch up and over for a back bend. Slow breaths here. And then right arm to the sky, let it help you come back up. Left hand to the floor. Step back, find a downward facing dog. One breath in and out. Inhale, right leg to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, tiger curl, the knee forward. We come into our pigeon pose. Or half pigeon. Rearrange as needed here to find a variation that suits you. Broaden the chest, breathe in. And then we melt belly first, then ribs, and then forehead to the floor. The hard work has been done. Really tuning into your hips here. Letting them release all of that tension, all of that muscle engagement that we have worked on. Now you can just take the heat we have created and try to soften a little bit deeper into your stretch. Take 3 more really conscious, deep breaths here. And then gently keep the legs where they are. We're going to come into a king pigeon variation. So support yourself. You might have to move your right heel a bit closer to you. Support yourself with the right hand. Left arm up and around. Find your left foot. Okay, this might not be possible for everyone. And if not, then you can stay in your twist here. Maybe you can find your foot. And the first thing we're going to do is pull the heel towards our glutes. We're going to come into a quad stretch. So bend your elbow. Find a stretch at the front of your left thigh. If you can, twist the elbow out. Fingertips aligns with the toes. And then breathe into this stretch here. And keep a hold of your foot. Then now you're going to kick the foot into the hand so that your torso feels a bit lighter, and then you can reach the right arm up, opening into the front body. If you have a mermaid in your practice, you can come into your mermaid where you hook the foot into your elbow and clasp the hands behind your head. And then release that slowly, slowly, slowly. Tuck the toes of the left foot. Plant the hands. Push yourself back. Last downward facing dog of the evening. Walk the feet out. Alright, left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Send the leg forward, find your half pigeon on the other side. So any wiggles you need, again, to find this alignment that suits you. Lift the chest for a breath, and then melting over. Find your fold. Just releasing into, or softening, I should say, into the stretch without pushing it or straining it. Three more deep breaths here. And then coming up, finding your king pigeon variation. So supporting yourself first of all with this left hand here, so that the right arm can come up and around into a twist. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you can grab your right foot. And we're going to pull, gently pull the heel towards the hip. If you have the space, turning the elbow up towards the sky. So our thighs, the front of our thighs has worked really hard in this class. So they might feel a bit tired. See if you can tune into, so mind to muscle connection, tune into the part of your body that's stretching, and ask the engagement that we have created there to soften, so that you can come a bit deeper into your stretches here. So we are softening into the depth of the stretch, not forcing it. It's a very important difference. And then release that, keep a hold of your foot, kick into the hand now, so that you can get some support for your torso, and then reach the left arm up. Maybe your mermaid if you did on the other side. And then gently releasing that. This time just lean onto your left hip, swing the right leg around for a butterfly position. So these next stretches, we're not going to stay in for so long, but lifting the chest, finding a long spine, and then just let yourself curve here, curve the spine, drop the top of the head towards your feet. Taking 4 deep breaths here. Make each breath count. Really slow, really conscious. And then rolling up slowly. Place the hands behind you, feet on the floor, parallel to the hips. And then lift the hips up for a reverse table. And then drop the hips down. Stretch the legs forward. Also allowed to keep a little bend here if you can't stretch the legs all the way. Reach the arms up and then come into your forward fold. Also 4 conscious breaths here. Maybe come back to that counting we did in the beginning to slow the breathing down. Then rolling up gently. One more reverse tabletop. You can bend your knees if you want. Otherwise, bring the legs all the way together, keeping the knees straight. Lifting the hips up here. Take 1 breath in. And hips down. Moving our way to Shavasana, slowly curving, articulating the back down onto your mat. And wiggle the shoulder blades a bit together here. So take some time to find a really comfortable position. And what I would like you to focus on is to be symmetrical here. So hands by your side, palms facing up, preferably to open up in the shoulders. Feet about the same width away from each other. And then once you have found a symmetrical position for your body, take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Do it one more time. Deep breath in through the nose. Let go, exhale. Good. Coming back to a neutral breath. So no more control of the breathing, just letting the inhalations and exhalations do their thing. And we're going to do a guided meditation today. So as you lay here on your mat, I want you to bring your attention to the left tippy toes. Feel all of the 5 toes on your left foot. And see if you maybe can bring your attention to either one of them, the pinky, the second toe, the 3rd toe, the 4th, and then your big toe. Feel the bottom of your foot, the top of your foot, the left ankle, the left calf, shin, your left knee, thigh, the back of the thigh, the front of the thigh, the sides, inner and outer thigh, all the way up into your groin and your hip area. Feel your left glute, the left front of your hip, the left outer hip, moving your attention up the left side of your body, so your left ribs, chest, left shoulder blade, left shoulder, and down the left arm, upper arm, elbow, underarm.
Feel the palm of your hand, top of your hand, finding your tippy fingers, your left thumb, index finger, long finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. Feel the left hand, wrist, lower arm all the way up to the elbow, upper arm, all the way up to your left shoulder. And bring your awareness to the left side of your neck, cheek, ear. Find the left side of your nose, your left eye, eyebrow, the left side of your forehead and all the way to the top of the head. And then let that go. Take a deep breath in. And just notice the difference now between the left and right side of your body. Then bringing your attention to the right tippy toes, the big toe, the second toe, third, fourth, all the way to the pinky. Then find the sole of your right foot, top of the foot, your ankle, your calf and the front of your shin, your right knee, your right thigh, front of the thigh, back of the thigh, inner and outer thigh. Find its way all the way up into the groin and the side of the right hip. Find the right glute on the floor. And then the front of the hip into the hip flexors. Finding the side of your hip and up the side body, past the ribs, the chest, up to the right shoulder blade and the top of the shoulder. Bringing your attention down the arm, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, into the palm of your hand, top of the hand, noticing your fingers, your thumb, index finger, long finger, ring finger and pinky finger, and noticing the hand, the wrist, lower arm and elbow up, the upper arm to your right shoulder and up to the right side of the neck, finding your right ear, cheek, the right side of the nose, the right eye and eyebrow, right side of the forehead and all the way to the top of the head. And then release the imagery. Notice the whole body for a second. The left side. Notice the right side. and then both sides at once. And now bringing your awareness out to the right and left tippy toes, the right and left tippy fingers, making little movements. Maybe bringing the movements up into the elbows and wrists, ankles and knees. Taking a breath in as you stretch the arms overhead. And then exhale as you hug your knees to your chest. And whenever you're ready, moving into a seat, keeping the eyes closed. And just letting the hands rest softly on the knees, maybe let the palms be up to again release into the shoulder joint. And just see if you can find that left side, right side connection. Feel how the two sides are different, but they're also connected together. They are one, but individual at the same time. And then you can bring the palms to meet right in the center, right where that line between the left and the right side of the body is drawn. Resting the thumbs on the sternum, the center part of our chest, right in the middle of the heart space. Giving your body a thank you for the practice that it has done for you today and all of the things that it keeps doing every day, all day. And then we bow the head to the fingertips in gratitude to ourselves, the practice, and everyone else for practicing with us. Namaste.